He rejected calls to resign. Instead, France's Justice Minister in a meeting with prosecutors, taking them to task. This amid the outrage over the death of 11-year-old Lyhanna in the southwest of the country. The girl went missing May 29th. The lone suspect in the case, the father of a school friend, had been flagged but never questioned. Lyhanna de Souza has more.
Her death has come to represent gaping holes within the French judiciary when it comes to treating cases involving minors. 11-year-old Lyhanna's body was discovered late last week, days after she went missing. According to France's Justice Minister, a backlog of some 70,000 complaints involving children will be reviewed in the next few weeks.
I will await the results of this inspection in 15 days' time, which obviously also concerns the National Gendarmerie and the National Education System. Before possibly addressing you again regarding any sanctions I may decide to impose in what we can regard as a terrible failure of the state's action in general and of the justice system in particular.
The French government is under fire after it emerged the man suspected of killing Lyhanna had been previously accused of sexually abusing children. Despite allegations including 4 complaints for alleged rapes of minors, Jérôme B. was never convicted. While the Justice Minister took the rare step and apologized to Lyhanna's family, the French Interior Minister said her death was avoidable.
This case is a failure. We will, of course, look back over it at great length, but I'm obviously deeply moved as a political leader, as the head of this country's police officers and gendarmes, and also profoundly shaken, of course, as a father, as the father of 2 daughters. It's a tragedy that could have been prevented.
Lyhanna's death has sparked outrage in the southwestern French town of Florence. On Sunday, 6,000 people took to the streets for a silent march alongside the girl's family, holding up banners which said, "Never again."
That brings us to our Spotlight segment. And we're pleased to welcome Solène Podevin-Favre, president of the Face à l'Inceste, Facing Incest Advocacy and Support Group. Thank you for being with us here on France 24.
Thank you.
This is
Thank you for receiving me.
The topic of flagging wrongdoings when it comes to sexual abuse of minors is something that had been in the news already. There had been a big scandal regarding the city of Paris in the last weeks. Now, though, there's this national outrage with rallies planned across France this Monday evening. Tell us a bit your own personal feeling at this moment.
I think my personal feeling is that it's always the same case. Always the government and politicals, they seem to discover the case or discover the systemic failures. But this case is one more case. And we can see that it reveals really systemic failures, and it's the entire system that is broken here. And some organization like Face à l'Inceste that I chair, but some other organization as well, even professional expert on field, they always alerted the government on the fact that things have to change. And again, this tragedy here should have been avoided, and it did not happen. So we are very sad and we are very upset against the lack of decision, the lack of action from the authorities in France. So that's why we organized this rally at 7 p.m. in France, so in a few minutes, and just to show our support to the family of Lyhanna, of course, but also to tell to the government that it's enough now. Things have to change.
Yeah, so you talk about systemic failures. Let's go through some of them. Is it an issue of money, the fact that not enough means are given? Is it an issue of how you handle these cases? Is it an issue that there aren't enough laws? Where do you start?
So for sure, it's not an issue of data. It's not an issue of report. It's not an issue of recommendation. Everything is on the table. What is missing is a political will. So it's not even an issue of money, but of political will to put the money on that table and to really now start to protect really children against abuse and against sexual violence. So it's in France we have one comprehensive bill that has been filed in November 2025. 109 members of parliament are co-signatories, and it's really a cross-party comprehensive bill with 4 different pillars. The first one is the prevention. The second one is the training of anyone acting close to children, so from the schools, but also medical and justice and all. And the fourth one is the care, and the third one is care, and fourth one is justice. This event has been costed at 2.7 billion, but if we compare this 2.7 billion for this comprehensive bill, and the chief of the parliament, the head of the parliament today, asked for this comprehensive bill to be really examined and addressed soon. But if we compare this 2.7 billion to the 9.7 billion, which is the cost of failure to address the child sexual abuse in France each year, so we can see it's not a matter of money, it's really a matter of political will.
Why is there not that political will? Is it that people just don't believe children?
I think it's not because people don't believe children. We have an international protocol to listen children. It's called the protocol NICHD. In France, we have only 555 officers being trained among the 155,000 of officers. So it's not that children are not heard, but children are not in a right way. They are not heard in a right way. The second one is we have an investigation that are under-resourced. So the decisions are made over a brief phone call, and then this leads to cases that are very thin.
Let's talk about this because this suspect, he was flagged in a separate incident last August, and he had not yet been interviewed. What is that down to? He's even flagged since 2017. So it's not only from August 2025. It's even since 9 years that we know this person has some issue, and we started seeing him in the files, in the complaints. So 9 years later, even since August 2025, as you said, this complaint that has been filed, and he is not heard. We don't have enough resource. Yeah, because we don't have enough resource. You know, the prosecutors, they take a decision without having the time and the resource to read the case, to even listen the hearing from the children, and then they close the case without trial very quickly, and it's just because nobody has time. But again, yes, the systemic failures are a lack of money, for sure, but the lack of money is because of the lack of will, political will. This is what we think. Yeah, just on this case, the justice minister, he said he wants to see the prosecutors go over 70,000 cases between now and Bastille Day, July 14th. Just give us a view. Is 70,000 a little or a lot? Because is it just that is there a particular problem in France, or is there a particular problem with reporting these cases? What do you make of that number, 70,000? It seems huge to us.
It's huge, but if we see the average number of prosecutors per country, France is 4 times less than the average in Europe, for example. This is one of the reasons why we have all these files that are still in process. I'm not sure there is a problem with child violence in France specifically, but for sure, what we see is it's too long to close the case and to go to the trial, and too many cases are closed without trial. 76% of cases are closed without trial, and children are left without protection. So again, when testimony is poorly gathered, then the investigations are weak. And when investigations are weak, case files are seen and then they are closed without trial. So this is the issue. It's not that our population has an issue with child violence, but our country has an issue with filing the case very quickly and a lack of
because they're quick. They're quick when it comes to. They're quick when it comes to drug traffickers these days. They're able to put people behind bars quickly.
It seems so, yeah. This is also what I heard, and this is not acceptable anymore. So that's why at 7, in a few minutes, we are going to this rally in 121 cities in France, in front of the Justice Minister in Paris, to really ask for a big change here.
Solène Podevin-Favre, so many thanks for speaking with us here on France 24.